What's up, y'all? Yeah, it's been a little bit, been a minute, I know. I've just watching some other videos about college, and I can tell you from personal experience, I have literally been working in people's homes and kind of nonchalantly got into a conversation about how long we've been doing it, how long I was in the trade, to how long he went to school, and about how much money I make to, compared to what how much he makes. And it was quite interesting. He was he was an accountant. He was a consultant to a very very big company, maybe a couple of them. And he said after he started out, it was pretty good, but as it went on, just things, they were not as he was told that they were going to be. Well, we got to talking about it, and then he found out that he only made just a little bit more than me. Yeah. He has over almost 10 hours a day. Uh, most of Saturdays and all that stuff. I worked a 40-hour week, just a regular 40-hour week. And on a slow, just regular 40-hour week, I'd bring home over $500. You know, and this has been 20 years ago or what, but there's been other times to where I brought home a lot more than that. And then when I worked for myself, I did my own jobs and stuff. I made even more. Well, he sat there and you could just tell. I was just, like, yeah, all right. He's like, yeah, but I just, you've been in the trade for a little longer than I went to school and everything, but you work less hours and you make just about as much money as me, being a college grad. Now, there's people out there that make more, that make way more, whatever. But the point is like in something like that, if you make the money, you go out there and you start spending. Well, if you make the money, you got to have a big house. Well, then you got to have a big car. Then you got to have, all this other kind of stuff that goes along with it. And then they start to really realize how much money they're spending to be in the high life. And I lived pretty much kind of out in the country a little bit, had my own space, had my own about an acre of land almost and shit. Yeah. And these houses are big 2-story houses and everything and just shoved right up next to each other. But the point is that he just kept on. It's like, man, I can't believe I should have done that. And I've heard stuff about that. He said, but now I really believe it. He said, I should not have went to college. I should have done like what you did and got into the trades and learned how things evolve. Because when you're building houses, installing AC, finish out, whatever, I mean, plumbing, counters, cabinets, floor, lights. I mean, you have all your electrical. That the house has a bunch of things, for the I mean, it's just every room is wired for internet and all that other kind of stuff, you know? And they pay through the nose for those. Now, you know, I still see it to where people are like, man, yeah, I should have just learned a trade. I should have stayed out of college and everything. But everybody kept telling me, oh, well, you needed this, you needed that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, yeah, I heard that too. But I was like, nope, no, no, no. I would rather have and know something that I could work with my hands, learn something. Now I can work on my own house. I can work on my own car. There's nothing I cannot do and save myself that money. People are always calling, oh, well, I need help or whatever. And I've been that guy. Yeah, I had a hot water heater that busted and I need it replaced and I got water damage all over the place. And I'm like, okay, be right there. Click. That's me. So, if you're one of those people that have a house, then I suggest you do what you can to learn as much as you can to find out what you can to fix anything to save yourself that money. So that's kind of like where, you know, I've heard this over and over and over again. And way back when, yeah, there might have been a time that college was the way to go, but not anymore. You see all these just dumb, going to school for all those years. Did you hear the time about, you know, the COVID? And they were telling all the parents that the kids were going to have to stay home? Yeah. Well, it turns out that the parents were listening into what their kids were being taught, and they were like, what? I'm paying for this? That is the most Nazi, socialist, communism, most anti-American crap. And that's when they were like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We got to get everybody back in the schools. We got to get everybody back in the schools. We got to get them back. You know, gotta. Yeah. God's honest truth. Sure did. They find out that their kids are being brainwashed and indoctrinated, and they're like, wait a minute, no, we don't want any more of that. So, if you have kids, God dang it, raise adults. Raise strong individuals that are able to go out there, do what needs to be done. Because I worked from the bottom, worked my ass off, started $5 an hour. Sure did, back in 1990. Well, maybe, yeah, maybe. No, I take that back. 1980. Yeah, oh, good Lord. Yeah, back in the early 80s when I started. I was born in 67, so. But the thing is that you have to be a tough person to be able to go out there, stand on your own 2 feet. Because here I was, somebody straight out of school, didn't know shit. I went up on the job and I was taught by very, very good people. They're all dead now, but I learned. And I'm able to do everything, work for myself. I've done it many times, trying to get it going again. Because I didn't go to college, I learned to trade. And it's painting. I painted everything, cars, trucks, airplanes, helicopters, industrial, custom homes. Only thing I ain't ever done was water towers. So there's a lot of things out there that you can do to try to put your hands on your own thing. Get on YouTube and look at some videos before you try to do anything. Look at it, study it before you just get into it. Doesn't take very, very much. So, you know. But yeah, that's kind of the deal that I wanted to let y'all know. College versus a trade. And the trades always win. always. So many of these people that I've heard that went to college, started making that money, had the big house, all the cars and everything, and lose that job. And then they've got a long way to fall because they're paying out almost $10,000 a month in rent, car payments, insurance, bills, and just normal stuff. All because they got that college education and got that big money. Yeah. There's a lot of them that are able to maintain it. There's a lot of them out there that are able to keep it, but there's a lot of them out there that are not. They get into something and then they find out that it's all a bunch of bogus BS. Kind of like all the people that were going to college and getting these degrees for lesbian interpretive dance. What? Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, go for a trade if you have your chance. Get your kids, raise them tough, raise them strong. Mommies, the world's worst thing that ever happened to kids is not having a strong mom. So, yeah, go for the trade, y'all. Forget the colleges. They're getting stuck with 50, 60, 70, $80,000 worth of debt. And then on top of that, they're trying to live. Wow. But you see what I'm talking about? People being led rather than think for themselves in the long run. So, yeah, y'all take it easy. If you have any questions or what, send them to me. I'll try to help you out. Try to direct you and, give you a little help. That's what I do. I'll see y'all later, Patriots. God bless the United States of America and screw these commies. Screw them in the neck. They know the drill. Later, y'all.